Boozing with gays.
You know you have to play it again.
Do we play it again?
Now we're live.
Now we're going to play it again.
Yeah.
Hey, honey. You look cute. I lift a glass to you, my lovely husband, Michael Shepard.
This looks like, water people drink in Ohio right now.
Ooh,
but it's vodka lemonade.
Oh, I'm doing a Manhattan over ice.
I don't have a very fancy drink glass like you do.
Wait, I want one more sip.
Hi.
I've not been drinking. As you know, I have been dieting. And as you know, it's much easier to diet without you in the house eating a pound of bacon a day.
Well, okay. Anyway, so for those of you who are here, hey, Jason, hey, Robin, hey, Madonna. You see people who are here on your side?
I guess so. I'm taking my jacket off. I don't need it. I don't need it. It's chilly, but I don't need it. I'm feeling I'm warmed up by your awesomeness. So
that's crazy.
Let's see comments.
All right.
Yes, I have the same people, I think, on my side. Continue. You do your thing.
So, hey, Tom Kelly. So here's the deal. We're in separate places because we're in separate states. I am in Alabama. Alabama. I'm in Alabama doing The Tempest at Alabama Shakespeare Festival. And Hutch Foster, you're in snowy Los Angeles.
I am in, let's give an image. Let's give an image, shall we? I am in snowy Los Angeles.
That's crazy.
So I was driving around. So, I have to take Max to school. I go through Dodgers Park, whatever that is called. And literally it looked like a ski resort town. It reminded me of Lake Tahoe. The mountains were that snowy today. It was absolutely insane and absolutely gorgeous. It's stunning to look at.
I really hate the fact that I'm missing it because I know it's absolutely beautiful. I just know it is. And I love it. But hey, Sinuel. But you know what? I gotta tell you, it's been like really. Bay is here. Hey, Bethany. I gotta tell you this. This show has been so great. So for those of you who are in the Montgomery, Alabama region. Hey, Gianna Labriola. I am doing The Tempest, and I just want to show you some pictures of this and how great.
Look how handsome you are in the center of this photograph.
I was bald there. See, I got to shave all this. I can't wait to shave all this off.
And look at that set, Michael.
Oh, that set is gorgeous. Go to another picture. It's just, that's part of the shipwreck. Where this swirl.
This is, I think, one of my favorite because you can see that there's this weird party set up with candelabras and a table in the middle of a wrecked ship. So I like how the shipwreck is becoming different set pieces and stuff. It's really neat.
It's so crazy. I think
yet again, Michael Shepard, center stage.
Shocking but true stories.
Shocking but true.
Yeah. But yeah.
Actually, even in this one, there you are, center stage on the ground.
I know, for her moment.
For doing this.
My son! That's part of the shipwreck. It's really, the set is just absolutely stunning. And I love, and the cast, everyone is so great. It's just a great experience. And guess what?
What? I'm
driving from, where am I? Montgomery, Alabama. Where am I going?
Atlanta?
Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, to do the other show. Yeah.
I have another show. I just booked another show, so I'm not coming back to LA. So you're gonna have to see Boozing with Gays like this for another month and a half at least. So
you're saying it a little gleefully. I have to say. I mean, congratulations. Yes. And what is the show, Michael? I never remember.
It's called Party People. Party People.
They write it for you?
I know, right? It's about the Black Panther movement.
Oh, wow.
And as angry as I am at white people these days, I think it's going to be good for me to sort of express that anger on stage.
But maybe you won't bring it home.
I probably will a little bit.
One more image for you to talk about.
So for those of you who are in LA, I have a show running that I do. This is a show about me and what I've done tonight. 12 O'Clock Tales with Ava Gardner, starring
You know what it sounded like, Mikey? This show, 12 O'Clock Tales with Ava Gardner, is about me.
Hey, David Nichols.
Wouldn't that just flummox people? They're going in to see this Ava Gardner show and you're center stage yet again.
Well, this show is actually about Ava Gardner, played by Alessandra Ossoff. This is the last performance on this coming Sunday at 2 o'clock. So get your tickets. Go see it. It's really
got really good reviews. Michael did an amazing job. Alessandra is tremendous.
Reviews.
Yes.
Aaron Miller, what's up, baby? But it's been just a great thing. But yeah, so it's going to be a busy couple of months for me. And also, I can say that I think the contract is signed. This production of 12 O'Clock Tales with Ava Gardner is moving to Sacramento for 2 weeks.
You didn't tell me. How exciting. Congratulations to Alessandra. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can I do this real quickly? I know we didn't say we're going to do this, but here we are. Show the woman. She did such good work. She's getting an extension in Sacramento. Go see 12 O'Clock Tales. It's awesome. So
yeah, one more performance in Los Angeles. It may come back. Hey, Nancy.
Let's real quickly, so we're not rushing through this. I can't read. What do they have to do to get tickets? Do you have any idea?
Is it not on the thing? I think Bethany just.
Well, the thing is the wording is so small. I don't know.
Bethany, I think it's whitefiretheater.com.
Wi-Fi Theater, they'll probably find
Bethany
tickets.
Posted something. I think Bethany can post it again.
Awesome. So that's what you do for that.
Bethany, we love you. Our little line producer. Hey, Karen June.
And then we're not done with the bragging. You know that. No, it's not about you this time. It's about me.
It's not about me. How dare you? How very dare you?
How dare you indeed.
All right.
This Saturday at 8 o'clock, we are doing True Story in Atwater Village. For those of you in Los Angeles, we have a great lineup. My very, very, very good friend Patty Josora is making her debut. I'm so proud of her. Her piece is tremendous. And we also have Gordon, who's done it for years and is amazing. Raphael's been doing it. Sarah's also new, but it's a good show. It's a really good show. And I've been able to actually kind of go deep this time with one of our stories, as you know.
Yeah.
And so it's and there's humor and there's drama, there's all sorts of things. And
our stories can be really deep about, especially in terms of like stuff about like adoption and.
Well, and because I'm taking a lot of these stories and I'm transforming it, people don't know this. I haven't really been talking about this.
Sharon.
Transforming it to book form. So I'm creating a book tentatively called Gay Adoption, but I don't know yet. That is based on Michael's and my story. You don't like the title?
I don't know.
You made a face.
Everybody else.
Why are you making a face? No. See, all I do is support you and say, "Yay!"
Okay. No.
You made a face like I stabbed you with a needle. You made a face. Yeah, no, you can't do that. You have to be supportive.
I am supportive. I am very supportive.
Oh God, did you hear the qualification, people?
I know.
Go ding, 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 ding if you heard the I am supportive, but you really do have to take lessons. One of these days you will learn exactly how to do this.
One day. One day more.
I wanted to bring up one more thing because this was kind of big for me this week. And that is, so I joined Dramatists Guild. I decided that I gotta stop saying I'm a writer and actually be a writer type energy. And I'm not saying I'm a writer is even wrong. I've been writing this entire time for years and years and years. I've been doing plays. I've written True Word. I'm transferring something into book format. So I finally went, I need to go the next level. And so I filled out an application. Dramatists Guild has a thing called the fellowship program, and everything was due this last week. You don't know this part of it, Michael, which is why I want to share it with you. And so it felt like filling out a college application form because you had to do your resume and you had to do I don't know if you do a resume with college application, but there was all this stuff. And then you had to write your artistic statement and you had to submit 2 writing formats and all, but you're kind of going through and fine tuning everything. And at the end of it, I felt very good about it. And I turned it in, and this number came up, and it said 0373, and my guess was that I was the 373rd person to turn this in. So all that Michael, this is what you don't know. I'm wondering, because they have all the previous Dramatists Guild Fellowship members who from previous years. So I said, well, I don't know how many people they choose. I don't know if it's 20, if it's 12. I didn't know. So I go back and I look. It's like 5.
Guess what?
So I'm 373. I know, right? A 5. But I wanted to tell you, was it last year or 2 years ago? Nambi Kelly was. Did you know that?
Our dear lovely
Your
friend.
good friend.
Nambi
Yes, Nambi Kelly. So anyway, it felt good. It's a starting step. I am looking forward to move forward. If anyone wants to give me information on
Vanessa Stewart says congratulations, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Any information about moving forward as a playwright, and they would love to share their awesome tales with me, I'm a willing ear and will listen. So reach out.
Yeah.
Now we have to talk about.
I just say one thing. Sharon Sachs did say I made a face.
Well, the thing is, Michael, we learn in the moment, don't we? Don't we? We grow and we learn.
Yeah, thank you. This is my actor housing booze. Yes, frozen Tito's, y'all.
Frozen Tito's.
You don't know.
Do you know what
Hey,
day
Cheryl.
it is today, Michael?
What day is it today, husband? March 1st.
It is National Invasive Species Awareness Day.
Okay, I was not expecting that. That I was not expecting.
And this is what I told you was going to happen. Here we go. Utah Department of Natural Resources says, since it's National Invasive Species Awareness Week, actually, it's a good time to remind you that bullfrogs are invasive to Utah, so you can catch as many as you want, and bonus, they're tasty. See the blog for catching and cooking tips. So you can, in Utah, legally catch as many bullfrogs as you want right now because they are an invasive species. And I thought I'd share.
Okay.
Would you eat bullfrog?
No.
Yes, you would.
No, I would not.
If I battered it and fried it, you would totally eat bullfrog.
No, I need somebody black from the South to batter and fry it for me to cook it and eat it.
Michael, you've taught me some skills.
I've taught you lots of skills, but I've not taught you how to cook a bullfrog.
Well, you would
I
have.
also say I'm wearing my Golden Girls shirt. Thank you in honor of the first day of Women's History Month.
Oh,
And I think these women here, look at this.
They're historic.
I love these women.
It is Betty with the ball gag that is,
I ain't having a bullfrog. Alessandra Ossoff just entered the room.
Well, we just talked about her. Hey, Alessandra.
Please go see the show, y'all.
So we are on to our topics, Michael Shepard. It starts as
we got a lot to talk about. We ain't been on for a month, y'all.
It's like award central going on here, Michael Shepard.
Awards
because
I'm always voting for everybody black.
Yes. So and the first
don't win.
Well, now before you go down that route, before SAG Awards, we're going to start there. Did you vote? By the way,
I did. I got them in like at the very last second.
You were probably the last person knowing you. You probably just said, and since closed.
Close.
Everything's closed.
I know. Trust me. Very last second.
Okay, so then let's talk about who won that you were excited about, or what were your thoughts?
Everything, everywhere, all at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once.
I was in the LA Times today, and it said, when this triumvirate, I think I said that correctly, is reached, producers union, writers union, actors union, all vote for the same movie, odds are it gets the Oscar. And the only time in the last 12 times that has happened was like Apollo 13, where that Apollo 13 did not get best movie. But every other time, it's gotten the Oscar, and Everything Everywhere All at Once has gotten the Producers Guild, Writers Guild, and Actors Guild award.
I think it's going to win. I think it's going to take it. Now, I will say this. We're talking about the SAG winners right now. I love the fact that Michelle Yeoh won and Ki Hu Kwan won and Ki Kwan.
Well, I've heard it. They want to know something funny. I literally went on. You know how on YouTube they have the pronunciation YouTubes.
Uh-huh.
I typed in his name because I wanted, and they went quick. It was like literally not at all. When you go to listen to the interviews, like I think they did the true Vietnamese format of his name, and so, but actually, if you go to the interviews, they call him Key. Very clearly, it's not.
Key. Yeah, I know it's Key.
This middle name is said 3 different ways, but Hui is what I got. Like HWI. Kihi Kwan.
So I love the fact that he and Michelle Yeoh were the first 2 winners of this award of Asian descent. Lead actress and supporting actor. And that is just it's amazing to me. And I know people want to celebrate it, but I'm of the fact it's like, okay, so we're celebrating this.
We do need to celebrate it.
It would have happened a long time ago, probably.
Well, but it couldn't happen a long time ago, unfortunately, because the opportunities weren't there. So what we're kind of hoping, this is what I've been doing a lot of like YouTube watching of interviews of these actors. And what I'm hoping, and even with, I want to, Hong Chow, who was nominated supporting actor for The Whale,
brilliant, by the way.
And is also in The Menu and is tremendous in that. But there's a lot of positivity about Asian representation in movies these days in the United States. But so I'm hoping, but I'm just going to give a hope before you do yours. I'm hoping that we're able, and starting, maybe starting with Crazy Rich Asians, kind of moving forward. But I'm hoping that we're able to keep that going.
It's Crazy Rich Asians. 5 years later, 6 years later, another Asian film. It's kind of
Crazy Rich Asians was 3 years ago. I know that as a fact. 3.
Oh,
because Michelle Yeoh said so in the interview yesterday. I've been doing some. This is my in-depth study for the show, Michael Shepard. In-depth, precious.
But
where did we go?
And Jamie Lee Curtis winning.
Okay, I have an image. Right. So I honestly thought, within my bones, I thought the person through the season that was going to win all of the awards, hands down, was one of my favorites, Angela Bassett, for Wakanda Forever, because I just think she's amazing anyway. I thought in Wakanda Forever, she was just the pinnacle of every emotion and big emotion and large, because she's all the stuff. I don't want to talk too much about it. So, but anyway, this is the Hollywood Reporter the next day after the SAG Awards. And this is the image on my screen. It's showing an image of the winners, including, various people. But look at what's on either side of the winners. It's like they're the winners. Yes. There's, Michelle Yeoh and Kihi Kwan and then you go, but they are pushing. So she didn't win the SAG Award, but I'm telling you, they're putting money in for her to win the Academy Award. We shall see.
She deserves it. But you know how I feel. I love Jamie Lee Curtis like there's no tomorrow. You know that.
Can I tell you something else? Hollywood loves Jamie Lee Curtis. There's not one person that says a bad thing about that woman. They love that woman.
Angela Bassett's time, I think. Unless there's a tie. Wouldn't it be great if there was a tie and it was the 2 of them?
I would love a tie.
There is Brendan Fraser who won.
Have you seen The Whale yet?
I watched the first half and I was like, I got to go to bed because I'm sad.
He is so good in that. I mean, I was so touched, and I was going, why is this looking like a play? And I realized, oh my God, it was on Broadway. But he was so good, and I really liked the movie a lot. He deserves all the accolades. I have a video, Michael.
I want to have sex with him.
Well, I knew that from years ago.
Yeah.
I have a video. This is in the beginning of the SAG Awards, they do an I Am an Actor. Yes. This is the I Am an Actor moment that everyone has talked about. I'll let them do the talking. Here we go.
Oh, sorry, I haven't looked at the menu yet. I need like 2 minutes. No, girl, that's not the waiter. It's the camera. We up. This ain't one of them kiss cams, is it? No. It's the I Am an Actor thing I told you about. When did you tell me about that?
I definitely put it in my calendar to tell you about it, and I forgot to send it.
So when are we doing it?
It's right now because it's live, because Jamie Lee, she just did, you heard hers, the story.
Quinta Marie Brunson. Is that your middle name?
No,
Marie?
no, it's Janelle. Anyway, okay. So,
Well, you go ahead if you got something prepared, because I'm gonna.
no, you go ahead, because you go ahead.
When I was starting out in the business, I was haunted by a reoccurring stress dream where I was suddenly on TV with every star in Hollywood watching me, and I had nothing prepared to say. Tonight, thanks to the help of my friends, that dream has come true. My name is Janelle James, and I am an actor.
Of course, that was Quinta Brunson with her from Abbott Elementary.
SAG award-winning Quinta Brunson for best ensemble. And
They're getting all the awards for that show as well, which is so awesome.
good. It's so good.
I have one more clip from the SAG Awards, and this was just kind of silly. It's Jenna Ortega and Aubrey Plaza. They're doing
a lot of clips tonight. I love it.
Oh, here, just watch. Did you see this at all?
I did.
I don't think you saw. Did you?
I did.
I don't know why they paired us up together.
Yeah. I know we have nothing in common.
We should find the people who did this.
And curse their families and watch as
Misfortune follows their bloodline for the next 7 generations. Okay, I see it now.
Who is Aubrey Plaza? What show is she on?
She was on White Lotus, my friend.
I did not watch White Lotus.
She did a movie called, The Convict, the something that got so much praise this year. She's very dry, kind of like Jenna Ortega and Wednesday. They have that kind of matching dry with. Anyway, so I just thought that. I was very anti the underboob dress, however. Wasn't mine.
That was...
Wasn't mine.
I didn't care for
There's a lot of comments we should probably look at, because you know how you are. You're better with the comments than I am.
I was like...
Emily the Criminal. Thank you, Jason Kennedy. Emily the Criminal is what she... And remember, I think it was Andrew was at our house and talking about that being one of his favorite movies. I think it's on Netflix or something. I saw it there, so check it out. Emily the Criminal, but Aubrey Plaza, the star. Anyway, there's that.
All right. Oh, you know what I fell asleep watching today?
What's that?
History of the World Part 1. Getting ready for History of the World Part 2.
What do you mean? There's a History of the World Part 2?
Yes.
I don't know this.
Mel Brooks. We'll talk about that later.
They're all dead.
Next week.
I like how the actors are all dead, but Mel Brooks is still kicking. I mean, that's amazing to me.
Well, that's sad and dark. Everyone's dead.
I didn't mean it negatively.
I know.
Just truthfully, those actors in that movie, many of them are not living at this point in time. I'll say it that way if it makes sense. Okay, we're still not done with you wanted to talk about the BAFTAs, and there's a point of the BAFTAs you wanted to set up. So go ahead, my husband.
I think it sets itself up, and then we'll talk about it after you play it.
Okay, sounds good. This is at the BAFTA Awards. Ariana DeBose.
In the room, supporting and leading, all here I presume. Hong Chow, Dolly D, Carrie and Carrie with the C. Dame Emma, I'm so fond. Anna girl, you were great and blonde. Danielle D, you broke my heart. Michelle, I've loved you from the start. Angela Bassett did the thing. Viola Davis, my woman king. Blanche Kate, you're a genius. And Jamie Lee, you are all of us.
Angela Bassett did the thing.
I should have set that up, actually. So Ariana DeBose was set up to celebrate all the female nominees acting nominees at the BAFTA Awards, and she did the montage with all of the names and all the people. Anyway, go ahead. Angela Bassett did the thing.
So it's so great. I mean, first of all, she got a lot of criticism for this rap that she did at the BAFTAs. But what this has done with Angela Bassett did the thing, Viola Davis, my woman king, it has become the most trending thing in years. So she has just skyrocketed. Now everyone knows who she is because of this. And I think she's
how she can win an Academy Award. We don't all know her. She does. Yeah. She all of a sudden is a meme, and now we know her.
Yep. But it's so great. But she got a lot of flack for saying this. Angela Bassett did the thing. And a lot of people are like, well, what's the thing? And there's this whole thing about what the thing is, and that Angela Bassett was in American Horror Story with Michael Chiklis, and Michael Chiklis played the thing in a movie. So that's when her and Michael Chiklis having an affair, doing the thing. It's a whole bunch of stuff. But this is what happened at the NAACP Image Awards with Miss Angela Bassett.
Who got a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah! I guess Angela Bassett did the thing! Huh?
I wish they had the camera actually on her when they said it, as opposed to.
I know. What's so funny, because Lizzo did it. Lizzo also just did it in a concert, talking. She goes, Angela Bassett did the thing. Just, it's like everywhere. So everyone's doing Angela Bassett did the thing.
Well,
So maybe Ariana DeBose, in doing that, has pushed Angela Bassett to the forefront.
Could have, because I believe
in the same category she won.
Done.
I did not recognize that, but that is what she has done.
So Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union got the President's Award for Social Justice at the NAACP Awards. Mm-hmm. And here are some words they spoke when they got their awards. This is Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union.
Some? Or we fight for all of our people? Black trans people are being targeted, terrorized, and hunted in this country. Every day, everywhere.
Zaya, as your father, all I've wanted to do was get it right. I've sat back and watched how gracefully you've taken on the public scrutiny. And even though it's not easy, I watched you walk out of that house every morning as yourself. I admire how you've handled the ignorance in our world. I admire it. You've made me a better human just simply by being who you were born to be.
So I probably should have set that up. So they're talking about their daughter, Zaya, which
their trans daughter, Zaya. And this speech, if you want, you should go watch the whole thing on whatever, YouTube or wherever. It's everywhere. And these words that they speak are just absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. And the way they support their child and the way they talk about how important it is for Black people. Yes, Black people, I need y'all to listen up. For Black people to stop with the transphobia and homophobia. And we have to realize none of us are free until all of us are free. And we have to keep thinking that. Because if you're going to put down Black trans people, you're also putting down Black women. You're putting down Black queer men. You're putting down all these other factions of the Black community at a time we all need to come together, because this world is trying to tell us that we should not exist. And if we do exist, it should be in a 1940s fashion where we don't speak or look at anyone white because we are less than. So we need to come together, y'all. But I suggest everyone go and look at this beautiful video.
So when I was trying to find the clip for this, I stumbled across a man, happened to be a Black commentator. I don't know his name. And I clicked on it thinking, oh, well, maybe this will be a point of view I can use. And he showed parts of this speech that they did. And then all he did was systematically come at them, doing all these just horrible, horrible phrases. And really what hit me as I was watching this is that when you have a child who isn't, going down the path that we have called normal for so long, you have a choice. You can listen to the child. You can respect the child's needs. You can try and figure out, well, how does that fit into my worldview? Or you can say, forget that, you're doing what I say, and you're going to live the life that I tell you to live. And I would guess that most of the people out there who are parents would say, well, we can't do that. We can't impose just anything on our kids. We have to listen to what they are talking about and who they are inside. And Michael and I have a child, and our child has been talking for years now, and we have been listening to this child. And I can't imagine saying to them, no, that's wrong. You don't know what you're talking about.
I just can't imagine. Hey, Adrian. Hey, John. I can't imagine Hey, Andrew. Um, Looking at our child, he, they, and going, no, this is wrong. This is not who you are. Because growing up as a queer my age, that's all I heard. That, it's wrong. That what you're doing is against God. When I am a firm believer, being an atheist, that is like, we need to lose that mentality, because the Bible was created by man who is completely flawed, and it was created by white men who saw things in a certain way. And the fact that this book says that we should be slaves and be happy about it, y'all need to rethink some things.
I wanted to add one more thing, Michael, and that was, in our journey with Maxwell, we have gone to a doctor in regards to inquiring if there is, and I'm not going to get into specifics of what Maxwell's situation is because that becomes very private, but this is a doctor that's been in the business for 30 years working adolescent medicine, and he works with various, sex. God, I'm doing this wrong, Michael. But just doing various things in regards to kids, adolescent health, and we would ask all sorts of questions, and this is what I think people don't realize. I think a lot of people out there that are knee jerking, and they're saying things like, "Well, these parents don't know what they're doing to their kids," because we're about to get into this territory in the show, talking about various laws that are happening in the state and being enacted in this country, rather, and there are laws saying these parents don't know the damage they're doing to their children, or they are they're doing bad things, and but this doctor that we talked to, once again, 30 years in this
30 plus years, yeah.
He was like, when a child, says, "This is who I am," he has never experienced in 30 years of his practice. 30 years. He's never experienced a child in any time during the process of whether going through a change or doing medication or doing whatever they're doing, changing their mind. Never. Because that is who the person is inside. So when you have parents like Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade who are saying, we are supporting our child, they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
We have to support and listen to our children. Now, I'm not saying if they are a child of fantasy and they're grabbing at things and whatever, that's not what we're saying. We're talking about kids who are informed, who have, really listened to themselves and who know
autonomy over their, they have autonomy over their body, and they understand what their body is saying to them. And we have to listen. It's like, we just have to.
And I don't even know where our journey with Maxwell will go. I mean, we're in the process of figuring that out as we go along. But we have to give space to those families that are working through scenarios like this.
Speak on it.
We don't just knee-jerk and say, I don't agree with it, without getting information. So my belief, and I wish I had a website to go to right now for you guys. If anyone has questions, they should go look. Don't just knee-jerk. Don't just go, this is wrong. Gabrielle Union, Dwayne Wade, they don't know what they're talking about. They did the work. They did the research. They have been on the front lines of trying to figure out how to help their own child. They're not people who are just sitting back going, well, I think we'll do this on a whim. That's not who they are. And nope. I have to put that out there. And my anger really goes to this commentator that I saw on this YouTube channel that just fucking annoyed me because he was talking without any information. Also talking out of fear. So no information, and also out of fear, which of course.
I want to say hi to some people real fast. Hey, Gil Pritchard.
Perfect time.
Gil Pritchard, I want to say, baby, your progress is making me so proud of you. Keep going, baby. Keep going. Lady Sterling Gray, every time you get a report back that's positive, mama, I love it. Hey, Miss Heidi, what's up, baby? Anywho, we're going to get off this subject, no matter, it is a very important subject, but we have some things we need to show y'all.
Where are you? Oh, I know where we're going. Okay. Do you want to set it up in any way? Or am I just showing first picture?
No, we're just going to show pictures. Come on.
First picture. I'm going to say 3 words, and then you'll see the picture. Right. Netherlands, Chile, Indonesia.
Baby.
Netherlands, Chile, Indonesia.
Now, what you are looking at are pictures from the Mr. Global 2023. It's the 8th edition. 39 men in costumes. We're only going to show a few of them, but look at that. And I just want to talk about the fact that look at that black man right there.
From the Netherlands, Michael
Who
Shepard.
is representing the Netherlands.
Yes, he is.
Come on, he can represent the nether region as far as I'm concerned. Come on now.
Oh, Michael Shepard did it funny.
And then of course you
Can
have
I tell you my favorite? Chile. That the kind of, frozen, let it snow.
frozen in
No.
I'm never coming back. The past is in the past. Let it go. Let it go. Is it Let It Go? It's been so long.
It is Let It Go, but I always thought originally when I heard it, it was Let It Snow. Yeah, Let It Snow.
That's what's bringing. Someone's doing that to LA right now. Let it snow.
The next two, your favorite, Spain and Mexico.
Look at that, y'all. I just want to point something out.
He's wearing a mantilla on his shoulders.
Look at look at that belly. Let's look at that belly for a second. That's the belly we've dreamed of forever and ever.
Mexico is a bit Lion King to me, but I love the Spain picture. It's beautiful.
Spain is gorgeous and giving you sort of both. She's just giving you male, female energy and saying, "Fuck it. This is who we are. We allowed gay marriage first. Fuck y'all."
Exactly.
There you go.
The last pictures are Cuba and Philippines. Cuba is the winner, and Philippines got best costume.
Fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle.
I find it fascinating, all these absolutely, Michael, like skin revealing costumes. And the winner was kind of this jitney Filipino thing. I would love to know the process as to how they figure. I mean, it was unique. Probably no one else did anything like that. Oh, look at the one headlight is working and the other's out.
Oh my God, I just saw that. That's so crazy. Oh my gosh.
So we're juxtaposing Mr. Global with the magazine, The Perfect Magazine. Do you want to talk about Sam?
So Sam Smith is a singer. He has a song out right now, I can't sing it because I don't know the words to. Rub-a-dub-dub, got 3 men in a tub, but it's getting hot at the barbershop. I don't know the words. I just love the song, And so he is all about body positivity. Sorry. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Sam. They are all about body positivity, and they are out in the world letting us know that bodies are really, this concept or, conceit of a perfect body is something dreamt up by men, and let it go, please, because everyone's body is perfect in their own way. So he did this article and this picture, this photo shoot.
And it was in The Perfect Magazine. I don't know. I never heard of The Perfect Magazine.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here are his images.
And I
like the first one. It says Honey Roasted Sam, which I thought was very clever, actually.
Because look at that. I think that they are perfect in every way, because we have been taught to look at bodies to be, a size 2. And that seems like big for some people. Size 2, and you perfectly, perfectly chiseled bellies and all this stuff. Guess what? I want to know what the percentage of people who have what is perceived as the perfect body is. That's what I want to know. If anyone has those numbers, I would love to know. Because guess what? I have grown as I've gotten oldish. The only thing older than me right now is mustard. And I find that I am looking at my body.
Older than me is mustard.
I'm looking in the mirror now and going, fuck it, that's me. When I thought, because we used to do these things. For those of you who are actors, you'll get this. we used to want to go, oh my God, I can't take my headshots right now because I'm 10 pounds overweight and I have to do this and my hair has to do this. I'm like, I'm going to get new headshots right away because this is who I am. This is exactly what I look like at this moment. And guess what? I'm fine as fuck. Ain't that right, Rita Shepherd Love?
Don't you have the same birthday as Jamie Lee Curtis?
Mm-hmm.
I think she's very similar. She's very similar to that.
And that's, I think once we do that, start realizing, guess what? This shit that we have right here, these bodies, and oh my God. Hey, Sumac Hubbard, I got to tell you, I look at pictures of me from the 80s where I was so just like, oh my God, my body's not this, my body's not that. I wish I did this. I look at those pictures now and I go, God damn it, I was fine. I mean, I'm still fine. Let's be fucking clear. I'm still fine. But back then, I worried so much about what people thought that I did not take a second to look in the mirror and go, God damn, you fine. Negro, you are fine. Someone just entered the house or closed the door on your end.
Oh, yeah, that's Maxwell, our child. I have another image for you, Michael. This is a you story.
Oh, Jimmy Carter, President Jimmy Carter. Let's not forget his moniker, President Jimmy Carter. So, as I'm sure we've all heard, Jimmy Carter is placed on hospice a few days ago. And Sumac just told me that. Remember, we went to prom together and we were fine, Sue. I still got the pictures. You were in that green dress and me in that ice green three-piece suit shit. We were
an ice green
three-piece suit.
I couldn't wear something like that. I would look like
ice green
snow cone. I don't know. That would be hard.
We matched like a mug. What's up, Gloria Adams? And anyway, so Jimmy Carter is just he's
an unsung. Well, I don't know if he's unsung. We're kind of talking about him much more than we used to, right? Yeah. It was weird because he was almost a joke president for, he didn't really last long, all that. But as out of office, it seemed like he has defined himself, one, as a gentleman. I mean, he really does for society. He really helps. He's not just someone who talks the talk. He really actually builds houses for Habitat for Humanities. He's incredible man. Anyway, you have a story to tell.
He's almost perfect human, as far as I'm concerned. Almost perfect human. Something on my shirt. I don't know what that is.
We should say this. We were looking up cocktails for tonight, as opposed to, because we have something on the rocks. We couldn't come up with anything. I looked up the Jimmy Carter cocktail, and it was something, I forget what was in it, but the third ingredient was peanut butter.
It was like bourbon.
It was bourbon. Bourbon and something and peanut butter.
Something and peanut butter. Hey, Sharon Moreau, welcome home.
Put it in a shaker and
shake it up. I was like,
the Jimmy Carter cocktail.
But he is just such an amazing human. And we were flying from, I don't know where, I cannot.
I think we were going from Alton. I think we were in St. Louis, and we got this horrible flight that flew us to Atlanta before we went to California. Yeah.
So we're waiting, and everyone's on board.
Well, we're waiting. So we flew to Atlanta. We're waiting for the second flight to take off,
and everyone's seated, and there's an
announcement going, we're going to be delayed. And remember, we're getting pissed off.
And because I hate to fly, I'm like, is there an engine? Is the engine fucked? And so we're sitting just before the wing, and all of a sudden, all these this line of police.
It's a motorcade. It's a motorcade
coming, and we're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, get me off this motherfucker now. Get me off. Hey, Becky. And we're like, okay. So all of a sudden, we're like, and this has been 40 minutes. We're just sitting in this plane.
There's someone in the mocade's getting on the plane. So now we need to know.
They get right up by our window. It's right near our window. And we're looking, I'm like, and I joked to Hutch. I said, look at that hair. That looks like Rosalind Carter's hair, don't it? And all of a sudden, we're like, what? Hold on. That's Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter getting on our plane. So, baby, we already 45 minutes late at this point. Jimmy Carter gets on the plane with Miss Rosalind. They get on the plane. Do you know what this man did? He went to every single row on the plane and shook the hands of the people and apologized for making us wait.
Making us wait even longer because he did the whole
Because it was 30 minutes as he went around.
And we didn't care. At that point, we're like, oh, Jimmy, do your thing, baby.
Hey, Andrea. And the thing is that the thing I remember most, when he shook my hand, his hand engulfed my hand. It was just.
Well, no wonder he can build houses. He is
this giant fucking hand.
A mitt.
That just like held mine, and he looked me in the eye and said, I thank you so much. We appreciate this. I was like, and this is before cameras. So I was like, I can't,
but yeah. As we are told in our things, it's an awesome story, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
It was, and it was interesting. I did a show years ago. I was part of a theater company in New York, and I performed for Barbara Bush, and she came in and saw part of the show and then had to leave, and I shook her hand, and there was something there, and I went, "That's our child." Did you see them? And there was something about Barbara Bush I actually totally appreciated in that moment. I didn't before that moment even know too much about her, but here they come again. Wave.
Just say hi.
Maxwell, ladies and gentlemen. And there's something about people in public, I guess in politics, that know how to do that. They put, not all of them, but some of them put their warmth forward. I had it with Barbara, but Jimmy Carter was tremendous.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So we said he and his family love, and when the journey starts, let's hope it's like graceful and beautiful, just like him. So.
Like Kim?
Like him.
Kim?
Him.
Michael, I'm skipping ahead. We have a time element on our hands, don't you think?
Show those Michael pictures. Show the pictures.
I know, I will.
Skip that one.
No, I'm going to do that at the end. We're going to do that at the end now. We're going to get into meat. Meat
and potatoes.
All right. This might run long tonight. You can't say we're running long. We might just do it because.
I'm moving this camera closer because my face looks.
Did you hear me, Michael Shepard? Did you hear me, my husband?
Yes, I heard you.
Okay. I'm a little bit pissed off at this. So Scott Adams created the cartoon character Dilbert. God damn it. I'm very emotional about this. So a Rasmussen poll came out with 2 questions. The questions were this. I'm going to read them off the page. Do you agree or disagree with this statement? It's okay to be white. Do you agree or disagree with this statement? Black people can be racist too. The results came out, and Scott Adams, the creator of Dilbert, who's said controversial things before, he said the following.
Do you disagree or agree with the statement, it's okay to be white? 26% of blacks said no. It's not okay to be white. 21% weren't sure. Add them together, that is 47% of black respondents were not willing to say it's okay to be white. As you know, I've been identifying as black for a while, years now, because I like to be on the winning team. But as of today, I'm going to re-identify as white because I don't want to be a member of a hate group. And I would say, based on the current way things are going, the best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people. Just get the fuck away.
You told me about this, Michael, and I looked it up. And, when I was reading kind of the content in newspaper articles, it didn't give me as much, I don't know, power, much energy, much whatever, as when I saw him actually say the words. And what's weird is he was saying that in the magazine articles, all the stuff, the TV newspaper articles, that he was taken out of context. I went and then watched his shit, and I'm like, It's worse in context. Trust me, there's not one thing you're saying that's justifiable here. This is just bullshit. I identify as black. First of all, I don't even know. He never quantified what that meant. I don't know where that came from. It came out of the blue. He never said what that was about. But now, because of a poll, I'm going to change my mind entirely. It's,
hey, Patty.
It was disgusting. And then the end of it, just stay the fuck away from black people. It just...
I don't know what to tell you.
There's nothing to tell me.
I mean, because half of America feels like this. Half of white America feels like this.
Well, I don't agree with that.
And then, well, you don't have to. Black people have been feeling this way for years, and you're telling black people that black people have been, look. Black
No. I'm not telling black people anything. I am not. I am saying we are, unfortunately, at this point in time in this country, I feel like we are being governed by this small percentage of just horrific individuals. Now, granted, we have half the people in this country or thereabouts being Republican, but if you look at the national, voting, a huge majority in terms of popular vote goes to Democratic. So I don't agree with it entirely. I know where you're going.
I think that black women have been telling America, particularly white America,
we've needed
about this for years and years and decades and decades. And now that this shit is coming right here in your face, after having black women, the creators of everything, as far as I'm concerned.
No, they're creators of everything.
Creators of everything. Black women have been telling white people this for years and years. And now that white people are able to see it and going, I can't believe this. Why would, oh no. But I'm going to say one thing. I've yet to see one white person in print say this. I disagree with everything he says. They've gotten on him and they said, oh no, that's wrong. That's this, that's that. We can't have that kind of shit. We can't keep doing this. They can't, he can't say this. He can't do this. But I've yet to see one white person in print disagree with what he said. When do I see that?
I guess it depends on the type of wordage you're needing, but I certainly have seen it in print, I feel like. But I don't have examples for you.
That's what I want to know. Because I'm going to say this again. Black women, the creators of everything,
you're not wrong.
Telling white folks this for millennia.
Well, okay, but to tell us, but what's shocking, this is the shocking thing to me, and I know you're going to say, well, we've been telling you this for years, but what's so shocking is you have this man of privilege speaking, and for some reason, he actually believes every single thing he's saying is absolutely all right. And what he is saying is incredibly racist. And he doesn't see it. And Michael, you know me. I grew up in white privilege. I was surrounded by people who would talk that way to a lesser extent. I'm not quite as vibrantly as Scott Adams. But I'm dumbfounded. I really am dumbfounded. And maybe this is something you have seen in your life, and how horrible that is. But it just is still shocking to me to see such blatant disregard for human life.
Any black person watching this now, tell me you're shocked.
No, I don't think they are. I don't think they are. I'm going to show you an image.
I want to say one thing real quick, because until camera phones started capturing this shit that we've been telling y'all about, all of a sudden it didn't exist before. Hey, Selma, it didn't exist.
It exists. So, Michael, we've talked about this before. Yes, I think that where we are with where technology has absolutely changed where we are with understanding about racism in this country. You could look at photographs in the 60s about people getting hosed down in the newspaper. Back then, it made a dent. I'm not saying it made a huge dent. It made a dent. But cell phones, yes, have made George Floyd, that changed many of us. And I'm sorry that it's taken so long and that you guys have been saying it for so long and we're just now catching up. But I'm glad that it's been there. I'm glad that it's changed us. I'm glad that we're like, holy crap, that really happens. I'm glad that this is happening.
Hey, Michael Franco. You know,
I have a Dilbert cartoon where he introduced a black character. Are you ready?
I've not seen this.
Management asked me to add some diversity to the engineering team. Meet Dave. I identify as white. You're ruining everything, Dave. That's his entree into introducing a black character. And of course, the person who then hops on board after this comes out is Elon Musk. For a very long time, U.S. media was racist against non-white people. Now they're racist against whites and Asians. Same things happens with elite colleges and high schools in America. Maybe they can try not being racist. Just jumping on board, adding gibberish and dumb fuel to the fire.
And y'all motherfuckers still buying his cars.
I agreed. Well, I don't own a Tesla, thank God. That man.
Hey, Jeffrey. I didn't say hi. Did I say hi to Michael Franco? Hey, baby. All right.
The problem is when we get to this part of the show, we talk about such despicable people. I mean, and usually it's white men, but despicable people. All right. Ready to move on to the next despicable white man?
I got all day.
Tennessee Governor Bill Lee.
Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him. Go.
He's about to pass a bill criminalizing drag performances in public space in the state of Tennessee. And this picture came out of him in high school, of him in drag. And I did a close-up because look at that smile. That's his friggin' smile. He's not claiming it's him, but that's that man. As a kid, in drag, joyously embracing it in high school. And I'm going to finish the sentence. And now he's about to sign a bill. Whereas if that same person did that same thing today in high school in a joyous celebration, he would be arrested.
They said it was it was just good fun.
Well, yeah, but why can't people do just good fun as gay men? Oh, wait. We have a rebuttal. Ready? I'm eating an orange. I just also needed some sugar. Bella Duvall. Do you know Bella Duvall? I don't know that I know that.
But before you do Bella Duvall's response, can you show that picture again?
Yeah.
I want y'all to look at his mouth.
Look at the mouth.
Look at his mouth.
It's just crooked mouth.
And then imagine that trying to go down on you. You can't forget it now, can you? Look at that mouth. You know pain is involved.
Or pleasure.
There's no pressure in that, baby. That's like, watch your teeth.
Bella Duvall, who is a drag queen in Memphis, responding.
If this law passes on April 1st, public drag will now be criminalized. I could go to jail for 15 years for appearing outside in drag. Back in Stonewall, we weren't allowed to do drag. It was criminalized. And so what happened when the cops came in and tried to beat us down? We picked up them bricks and sent them packing. The original Pride was a riot. And if this year we need to remind them that we will fight for our liberation, we will raise our bricks high again and let them know that we will not go quietly.
We will not go quietly. The other thing that she said during that speech, which it was getting a bit long, but she was saying that the drag shows in Memphis and maybe other cities in Tennessee as well, they would have to get a cabaret license to continue. Yet if they got a cabaret license, that would mean they couldn't serve liquor. And so that would sort of kill the whole vibe of going to a drag show, which part of it is drinking booze and enjoying the performances. And this once again, What gets me so pissed off about the Republican Party is, they say freedom, freedom, freedom. We should have the freedom, blah, blah, blah. But then they're constantly taking away freedoms. Like I would bring, well, we actually did. Remember when we went to the Pop Luck Club, that one thing at the Abbey in West Hollywood? We brought our kids to, it wasn't really a drag show per se, but drag was involved in the event. There was nothing wrong with that. Not one thing was objectionable about bringing children, bringing families, gay families, to an event that had drag queens. Not one thing. And yet these people are talking like that drag queens are so sexualized and they're going to indoctrinate. What is that word that they always use? But indoctrinate what? Groom. That they're going to groom youth. But that's not your decision. It's my decision as a parent. I get to choose the education. I get to choose how to raise my child. I get to choose what their environment is. I get to choose, the movies they see or the TV they watch. And let me tell you, I'd much rather them watch a drag brunch than half of what's on TV right now.
Or sit in a room with a Catholic priest.
Oh, yes, exactly. Sit in a room with a Catholic priest.
Let's be clear. Of the 17 sexual assaults that happened in the month of February towards children, 16 of them involved Catholics. One was Catholic people who were involved within the Catholic Church. One was the husband of a Catholic woman who slept with a young boy. So I've yet to see a drag queen, as I make a drink, being accused of these things.
Neither have I. I've never seen a drag queen accused of molesting a child.
I do want to say this. You say things like these are only Republicans. I think there are people who say they're a Democrat who support this.
That's probably true. I would agree with that.
I mean, I think I could, I'm not going to say I'm most set up right now, but I'm going to let you know there's some Democrats who support this. And there's some Republicans. Shut up, Michael.
And part of it is they want to stop. And then the overall bill is, weirdly, it sounds like it's less about drag queens and more about trans rights. Because if this law, which is going to pass in Tennessee and other states as well, if a policeman stops an individual and the individual is dressed as a woman, and yet they go to the driver's license, and on the driver's license or birth certificate the person is represented as male, that person can be arrested because they're in public, not as their own gender, and that's a felony. Now, according to the video, Bella Duvall said that could be 15 years.
I'm curious about this. There's something I'm curious about. So we're going back to this whole, 60s and 70s ruling, which back in the day was meant that someone who identified as male had to wear 3 pieces of male clothing. Someone who identified as female had to wear 3 pieces of clothing that let you know that this was a woman. Biological. So if I wear a caftan, tennis shoes, and a boa, which is all comfort, why is our child just slamming doors? Stop slamming doors in my house.
They're not subtle. They're like you. Don't come for me.
You don't know me.
Subtle? Michael Shepard. They're on opposite ends of the spectrum.
Way over
I want to do it bigger, but my frame is small.
But okay, so we're going to go back to these rules where it's like, I want to know because I'm like this. So can I call the police if I see a woman wearing pants?
Well, but as you know, all these rules, all these laws are being written without really defining everything clearly. So on the surface, it looks like they can take it to the extreme and send someone to jail, possibly for that very thing, or you're taking it the wrong. I mean, we don't know yet. It really depends on who the judge is, who the prosecutors are, all that stuff.
Because if I saw a woman wearing pants in Tennessee, I would call the police if I saw a woman wearing pants and a T-shirt and had a short haircut. I would call the police. and I would call the police every single time.
You might be turning into
if that's what we gonna do, let's call the police every time and make sure the police show up. Because if I know anything about the South and the Midwest, these women are wearing these pants with these T-shirts.
I just hope you're not calling. I mean, the thing is, you don't want to call
identify as cisgendered females.
Okay.
So why don't we just start calling the police on every cisgender female who has a piece of article of clothing?
You could be sending lesbians to jail, Michael Shepard, just by that very sentence.
What?
You could be sending lesbians to jail by that.
I'm not saying this. I'm saying if
you are saying this,
we want to say no. I'm saying because how many times have we been to the Midwest where we looked at women and went, "Well, that's a lesbian," and it's someone who's not a lesbian. If someone is,
where are you going?
I'm just saying that. I don't know what I'm saying. I've had a few.
I think the alcohol isn't giving you clarity. The problem. No, my point is this: the very thing you're saying about if I see a woman dressed like a man, it could be a lesbian. I don't want to send lesbians to jail.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
I just think that you got to be.
If you know someone is straight, though.
So that's a lot of research for the stranger on the street.
I don't know. I'm
at the Starbucks sitting at the table next to you. Excuse me, are you straight? Because I'm going to call the police on you.
I don't know. I'd do it. I'd fucking do it. I'm so sick of these motherfuckers and these rules trying to regulate every fucking thing because white men feel uncomfortable because. Michael. What?
It's time for the quiz.
Oh, yay!
You're about to go off again. I have to stop you. Okay. This is a quiz that I have. I stressed long and hard about the title, but I finally came up with the title for my quiz. Are you ready?
Hold on 1 second. Can I stop you 1 second?
Yes.
Look at what Madonna just said.
Okay, well, I'll put it up. How about that? Would that make you happy? Here we go.
Are we going to go to the point where only men can wear blue and only women can wear pink? If I see a woman wearing blue, can I call the police on them?
I don't know.
But I'm saying, if everyone called the
My point is this. There are people in the state of Tennessee and these various other states that are going to be doing the fighting. They are going to be on the front lines and they're going to be doing it. And they're going to figure out ways to get around the law or work the law or use it to their advantage. They're going to figure it out. It might be that tactic. I'm not saying it isn't.
If the law is already saying, if we see you and you don't look male enough in what you're wearing, or you don't look female enough in what you're wearing,
you've already you've said this 3 times. It's not changing a topic. I want to move on. I'm trying to move it on.
Well, then be the Jeffersons and move on up, bitch. What?
Moving on up, moving on up. Yes, I can just sing that song.
No.
It's a United States of America
song.
Feel
too close to Black History Month for you to sing that song.
Deluxe apartments in the sky. All right, here we go.
Making our way in the world today takes everything we got. I can sing white show tunes.
The problem is it doesn't bother me. If I sing black show tunes,
what's the problem with white people? It don't bother y'all.
This quiz.
You're getting toasty now. Come on.
This quiz is called Murdoch or Murdaugh. Bum bum bum. I wish I had a sound effect.
Okay, first of all, I've heard it pronounced both ways.
Bum bum bum. Murdoch or Murdaugh. So you have to tell me if the what I'm querying, and everyone can play, is in reference to Rupert Murdoch or Alec Murdaugh. Do we need to say who these people are?
Yes, I think we should let people know who these people are.
They've both been in trials this week. They've both been very busy. So Rupert Murdoch, head of a media empire, one of the richest men in the world, owns Fox News, and was just in trial this week where he basically admitted that yes, okay, maybe people at Fox News knew that the big lie was the big lie and that Biden did win the election. That's basically Rupert Murdoch's. I'm doing the nutshell version.
All the lies came out. They knew everything, and they just made everybody lie.
He's the old guy on the left, Rupert Murdoch. Okay, Alex Murdaugh is on trial for killing his wife and son in South Carolina. He's kind of in a bigwig family. He was a lawyer. He then left. He's stolen money. A lot of stuff with Alex Murdaugh. And there's a show on Netflix that you can follow. Anyway, he's the redhead, kind of reddish head on the right. So Murdoch or Murdaugh? Here we go. Okay, first question. Dun, dun, dun. Here it is. Okay. Who told authorities that he was shot in the head while changing a tire? Was that Rupert Murdoch or Alec Murdaugh?
A black man in Georgia.
Black men did not enter this story.
Is that an answer?
No.
Okay.
Who told authorities that he was shot in the head? Well, I have 7 of these, so let's not drag them out too much.
All right. Okay. So who told authorities he was shot in the head by A-U-G-H, Murdaugh?
Murdaugh. Who do you think?
Murdaugh. Yeah.
It was Alex Murdaugh. And he did this because this is such a weird story. He basically, because he was already going to be arrested and he has a son, Buster. First of all, he has a son named Buster. And the other son he calls Pawpaw. I mean, you can't get more south than this man. But he wanted to leave Buster all of his money, and so he hired this guy to come and shoot him, and it failed. And the whole thing, and Alec Murdaugh is just an insane individual. Okay, here's another one. Ready? Next. In 1993, who was accused of starting a brawl in a strip club?
Old white man Murdaugh.
Rupert Murdoch, Alec Murdaugh. You think Rupert Murdoch?
Oh, I remember this story. We were in New York.
The answer is Alec Murdaugh started a brawl in a strip club in 1993.
Bitch better have my money.
Next, who was publicly pied by a comedian named Johnny Marbles? Who was?
I don't care, because you know why? Both of them deserve it.
Give me an answer, just one.
Rupert Murdoch.
It was. Rupert Murdoch was publicly pied by a comedian named Johnny Marbles. You got.
I was publicly pied before.
Were you really?
Cream pied.
I'm afraid what that means.
Some of y'all know.
Here we go. Who owns a golden doodle named Bluey? Rupert Murdoch.
Okay, first of all, somebody white.
Who owns?
I'm gonna go with Murdaugh.
Well, because he has the kennels.
Yes.
Rupert Murdoch. That was my trick question.
Oh my God.
No, Alec Murdaugh had Labradors. He had and his Labradors were named Clive.
This is a lot of information about people I just don't care about.
So this is Rupert Murdoch.
Because there's something I want to get to at the end of this.
Well, it's okay. Here we go. Who married a flight attendant? Rupert Murdoch.
Rupert Murdoch.
Yes, Rupert Murdoch married a flight. Ding, 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 ding. You got that. And I have 2 more. No, 1 more. I'm going to skip that one. That was
by the way, Greg is in the comments just cracking me up, by the way. Thank you.
Who was reported to have died by taking his own life by ingesting a large quantity of palladium?
What is palladium?
I don't know.
I used to go to the Palladium back in the 90s.
Did you ingest it?
Baby, the Palladium was the
I bet you ingested things at the Palladium.
Palladium. Hey.
So what's the answer to this question? Who was reported to have died by taking his own life by ingesting a large quantity of palladium? Who do you think?
Murdaugh.
Which one?
Murdaugh.
Murdoch. Rupert Murdoch had a whole thing out there saying he died for a while. These 2 men. Okay, I'm going back to these pictures. That's the last of it, by the way. These 2 men are some of the most fucked up men in society. They have used society. They've used their privilege. They have abused it. They have paid people off. They've gotten what they wanted. They've grabbed it. I mean, they both deserve to just rot. That's my personal opinion.
I don't care about them. Because
and yet they're all over the news. No, they don't care about you.
They're trying to save themselves. All right. Let's go to this last thing because we
have a last thing. Is this a setup or no?
Nope.
This is by way of Michael Shepard. This is how we're ending our show.
I'm gonna tell you something fucking crazy. This is literally, it sounds insane, but it will change your life. And by change your life, I mean it will make your life so much more interesting and fun. Did you know that you can pick any object look at it and ask it what it thinks of you. So, for example, you can pick up a pen and ask it how it sees you or what it thinks of you, and you will get an answer in your mind from your intuition. You can ask your car what it thinks of you. You can even ask money what it thinks of you.
Will Smith.
I thought that was brilliantly done. He is making his way back into the entre of life.
Did you see Emancipation, by the way?
I did not.
It looks...
I don't need to see another slave movie, but
yeah, I hear that.
No.
Anyway, we are on our way out. We have not done a show in over a month because Michael's been gone. I've been busy. Stuff is going on. What are you smiling about?
I'm just happy to see you. I love you.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'm happy to see you. So are we doing this again soon, do you think?
Yes, we can do it next. We're going to do it next week.
Oh.
And I also want to say I'm very excited that I have 7 family members driving to see the show this coming Saturday.
That's amazing.
It just feels good. All right. So, mwah. I love you. I love all of y'all.
I love you, honey.
Love you right back. And Alessandra, thanks for the vodka.
Good night, everyone.
Bye. See you soon.